Hi, I'm Janet. This is Annie. And in this video, I'm going to begin my ride. I've already done my exercises with the reins and moving the hind and moving the front from this position. So what I'm going to ask her to do is to walk off on a circle to her right. And in this exercise, I'm going to go ahead and take up a soft feel as I ride this circle. So what I'm going to work on is mostly what Annie's going to offer. So I always want my horse to go forward off my seat. That's something that's important to me. So what I'm looking for here is I'm teaching her in this circle to balance underneath my seat. So the balancing underneath my seat is laterally and forward and backwards. I'll just give her a moment there. And that requires me to be stable first, that I can't just be sitting up here like I sit on my couch or even in my car. I want to be relaxed, but I need to be owning my own position so that if she goes too forward, that my body doesn't keep up with her. It will, so that it doesn't fall off, but she'll feel like my body didn't want to keep up with her, and then I have my hands to slow her down. So as I walk on this circle, I get to work on many things. The first of which is my balance and having her feel of that. So I have a line that I'm wanting to ride on my circle. And I imagine her nose going over that line and it running right through up the mane, through the horn, and right in between me. So I want my right leg on the right side and my left leg on the left side. And what I'm using here are my core muscles first. Core muscles first. You see how she moved a little bit to the left there? That was from my core muscles. Now I can also use my right leg and my left leg. I can open up with my left leg to send her over if she doesn't understand my seat. I can also use my reins. Now I'll tell you a little bit about the order of how I go about things. As long as she's looking ahead on my circle, I'm just holding my hand steady. So any position, if she falls in, she'll run into my seat and my leg. She'll also run into my leg, my hand, if she goes too much that way. And look, she'll come off of it. Here she's running into her reins. And I can help her a little bit because I've already asked her to give to them. So I have a nice pace here, which I decided on. So my seat, in my mind, I can feel that pace. So if she slows down a little bit, my seat will get a little bit uncomfortable to her. Now I won't push with my seat. If she doesn't respond to my seat being a little uncomfortable because it wants to have this swing of this walk, then I'll go ahead and use my legs. Go ahead and use my legs nicely. So I really like that exercise because it helps me feel of her where she's at, but it also helps us get better in communication through the bridle and through my seat and my legs, which I think that's really important. And I like that exercise first because I can use my reins to fix. I'm going to go on again. Like maybe I'm going to change directions here. So how I'm changing directions, I'll talk a little bit here, but more in detail in another video, is I'm using my inside leg to draw her mind. And then I'm using again my seat to go that way. Really, everything is about my seat. I'm looking to go, and I start with my seat. So, and I'm fixing with my hand here. Do you see how I'm using my left rein? And I'm asking her to look in the direction that I go. Once she's looking, I can send her. It's a little silly to send her and have her go faster when she's looking in the wrong direction. And I'm using my rein here to have her look just like we did in the exercise of her giving. So once I get her nose to position over there, naturally, which I don't have to do anything about it, she's going to follow it. But also my seat is going that way. So she can feel all of that. And over time, she'll just feel of my seat and know which way I want to go, and she'll even put her nose in that position all by herself. That's my goal. That's my goal. So I'm not having to fix her much. She's particularly relaxed today. So she's not looking right or left. And if I did, I'd just open up my rein and ask her to reposition her head right onto that line. So this feels really good. So I'm just going to explore. See, I slowed down with my seat. And do you see how her ear came back there? See how she's listening to me? She's really focused on me here. I'm going to slow my walk, and then I'm going to speed it up again. And all that's from my seat. Now I'm going to use my legs here because she was a little pokey and going a little more forward, a little faster, I should say. So I used my leg. This is really nice. So I'm going to ask her to stop. And that was my seat. You see, she took a few steps even to the left to balance at the end. So I'm going to ask her to take a step back, which I'll explain more in another video. And the reason I'm asking her to take a step back is because of where Annie is now, although she didn't take too many steps to rebalance herself, and I sure didn't mind that she did, but what it tells me is maybe I wasn't very balanced in coming down to the walk, or to the halt. So if I come down to the halt, and I sort of then allow my body to fall forward, she's going to have to balance underneath me. So I always ask myself first when I come down. That was better, and I used my reins to help. I'm going to ask her to take a step back. I'm going to wait on her here. Good. I'm going to go ahead and repeat that again. And she's still taking a few steps forward. And she's not real willing to back here. So that's an opportunity to work on that. So I'm going to ask her to stop again. Now I'm going to think about, so look, so that backing there off my seat was much better. So that was a nice change for Annie. Now I will repeat this as I continue to ride to get my balance a little bit better in that downwards transition. And I'll use my reins to help her understand that as well. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day.